The Complacency Trap. Human beings are designed to become complacent. It's in the way we think. Our mind mechanics create 4 key behaviours that are designed to make life go like clockwork. Yet, in their nature, they create sometimes unsafe behaviours. And throughout your toolbox talks, you will have discussed 4 key triggers that create unsafe behaviours. They are alpha, that place you go when you're daydreaming, mind and body in 2 different places. Habits, something you do every day. Time versus risk choices, human beings are time-saving machines. And finally, personal risk perception, the fact that human beings don't see themselves having accidents, and actually, that's a really good thing. Those 4 triggers all interact at the same time to create what we perceive to be unsafe behaviours and often lead us to unacceptable personal experiences or worse. So right in the middle of our complacency trap is personal risk perception. Personal risk perception means we all have Superman pants. We don't see ourselves having accidents. It allows us to do the daftest things, like come to work and drive every day. Without thinking, something bad might happen. Now, personal risk perception then allows us to make simple little choices. You know the kind of choices, just to save a little time, take a little shortcut. And that leads us to the next trigger. Time or effort versus risk. Because once we've taken that time or effort versus risk choice and taken the shortcut, if we repeat that choice for, let's say, 21 days, it soon becomes a habit. Now, habits, we said, are everything you do every day. And 99.7% of human behaviours are all habitual. We don't even remember or think about doing them. They happen as if by magic, without thinking. Now, once it's become a habit, we soon learn we can do it without thinking. And because we can now do that task without thinking, we can drift off into alpha, where our mind and body are in 2 different places. Now, because our risk awareness changes when we drift off into alpha, this means we're now doing the task and not necessarily even aware of the risk that we're taking. So complacency is a human condition. We are literally designed through the way the mind works to become complacent to almost every task we do. And don't get me wrong, I'm not suggesting that every habit and every task we do has a built-in shortcut, something that's going to catch us out. But what happens is we get in a way of thinking, and one by one, we walk ourselves into a trap we haven't seen coming. It's like our triggers take us gently down a small and slow spinning spiral. And this is our challenge. It's not that every behaviour we do is unsafe, it's when the behaviours line up like dominoes in a row, where our first shortcut that we took many years ago has become a habit, and we add a second shortcut that becomes a habit. And then because we don't see people getting hurt in the workplace, we get to a point where we actually think, bad stuff just doesn't happen here. And that adds more weight to the existing shortcuts. And before you know it, you have lots of dominoes that all line up in a row. They're little choices that got made that lead us to the final one falling over and knocking somebody down. Here's the interesting thing. It isn't that they were all wrong. Some of them were probably good. But when you add them all together, when you look back and do an investigation, work out why somebody got hurt, I promise you this, you'll always find numerous opportunities where a simple challenge or a friendly reminder could have taken one of the choices, one of the dominoes out, And by taking one of the dominoes out, we would never have experienced the negative consequence of that accident. And this is our challenge. It's not that human beings are inherently safe. It's that human beings are the answer to our problems. They're the people that see their natural behaviours. They're the people that can remind each other to stay safe. We just have to help people understand why they do the daft things they do and encourage them to remind each other and report it when they find things that they do are unsafe. The complacency trap has helped us understand that human beings are designed to become complacent. It's in our wiring. And by understanding this and sharing it with our teammates, we can help every single person in the business make better choices and remind each other to stay safe.